understand the key terms, features, and architecture. And also we'll execute month-end closing. What I mean, if the project is implemented, so once the project is implemented, someone has to run the task. Task means the activity. Tasks like balance carry forward, tasks like reclassification, tasks like currency translation, validation of data. So some tasks to be run for the month end closing, for consolidation. Then someone has to run consolidation, investment eliminations, capital eliminations, intercompany matching, intercompany eliminations, these things. So we will execute one scenario for that. We'll execute one data monitor and consolidation monitor scenario, and we'll see how the end user can or business user can effectively use. So two roles, local accountant and group accountant. Local accountant basically at entity level or company level, group accountant for the groups. So let's understand the key architecture first. There are three tables involved here. Three tables, ACDoc A, ACDoc, two tables. Let's go with two tables, ACDoc U. I'm not talking about the plan data table, ACDoc E, ACDoc A and ACDoc U. As you know, ACDoc A is universal journal data. Universal journal data. ACDoc U is consolidation data. Prior consolidation, after consolidation. Plus non-SAP data. So non-SAP, whatever trial balances are there, those are in ACDoc U table only.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Kiran. Me and Lawrence was talking to each other on a different call altogether. That was the Google one. And then after we realized it's just me and you. Where's Kiran?
Okay.
Lawrence, you are here?
Yep. Lawrence
Just started, Kiran.
Yeah, I just started. There are some other participants also. We'll continue. Same, just now I started. I just added ACDoc A, ACDoc U, and I was saying like ACDoc is a universal journal data, everyone knows. ACDoc U, the table where we have consolidation data and non-SAP data. Both together.
So this is the first class, isn't it? Yesterday we talked about just a kind of overview and syllabus, all these things, right?
That's it. Yesterday I was discussing this is the content.
Yeah, if you don't mind, can we go quickly in 5 minutes? What was the yesterday? It is a kind of, I have gone through the syllabus, but I'm really interested. I don't want to miss out anything here.
Yeah, yes, correct. Whatever we did on the paper yesterday, right? For this document we gone through, right? I'm going to explain in the system itself. We are going to run entire group consolidation today as a demo.
Okay.
What the end user. So everything will be covered in that.
But that is a unit one.
Unit one, but unit one is a running consolidation task. That means whatever master data, how looks like, whatever structures look like, how the data collected from different systems, how the consolidation of investments happens, yeah, all this the balance carry forward, all these things we are going to execute now as a business user.
Okay, so
you will not miss anything. This is the day one.
Some point of time I see that you was talking about the intercompany matching and reconciliation, ICMR, that is the new one, and he was talking about the group reporting. So all these things are going to be covered in coming classes.
Correct. So intercompany, as part of this consolidation and eliminations, you have intercompany matching and reconciliation. Also matrix consolidation we are going to cover.
Super. Okay.
And
So
also
altogether,
activity-based this is also we're going to cover. Yeah.
so altogether, how many classes will be there?
So altogether 30 hours.
30 hours.
I have okay. Yesterday I recorded the session. Today I don't record, but yesterday I recorded the session. I can share if you send an email to me. This email, I will share that recorded session to you.
Thanks, Kiran. Carry on today's session. Thank you very much.
Hello Kiran, K. Prasad here. I have just one quick question. So in ICMR, will you cover through Fury also? Because workflow, Fury, because in SM.
Fury only.
Okay.
It's via Fury only, via apps only you can do that.
Yes, the new one is based on the Fury only. Yeah.
Correct.
So is this the course content, Kiran, the currently which you are showing?
Yeah, this is the course content, correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Now, so this is the day one session. Now we are starting. There are two tables SAP developed. One is ACDOC, all you know, S4HANA Finance, the data, GL, AP, AR, account receivable, accounts payable, asset accounting, general ledger, materials ledger. The data is stored in this ACDOC table. So the actual data comes from ACDOC table. Actual data plus only based on operational chart of accounts. Yeah, actual data plus all SAP units. Only SAP units. SAP units when I say all companies data, whatever you create in F5 from here. And ACDOC, this is also actual data plus consolidation units plus consolidated data. So what is the difference between this actual data and this actual data? Both are actual data only. In ACDOC, whatever data is there, actual data is there, that is based on operational chart of accounts. Most of you know what is operational chart of accounts. Almost all you know because all are financial experts. So when you have one company in SAP, yeah, every company can have their own chart of accounts. Company or company code can have their own chart of accounts. Your operational reporting basically happens based on the operational chart of accounts. So whatever data is posted against the operational chart of accounts, that I am calling it as actual data here. Whatever data is available here, based on the financial statement items, that I am calling it as actual data here. Yeah, there is a difference between operational chart of accounts. This is called GL account here. Here I am calling it as financial statement item. You can say this one financial statement item as a group account. Now, here when I say SAP units, these are my companies, right? There is a difference between companies and company codes. I am talking about companies in SAP Finance. Yeah. So companies. SAP unit when I say company. Here consolidation unit when I say that is consolidation unit, that is SAP and non-SAP companies. SAP and non-SAP companies. Right. Now you might have seen the difference between these two, ACDOC and ACDOC table. Entire your transaction data, financial transaction data, whatever is there against operational chart of accounts, converted against the financial statement items and stored in the ACTA-Q table initially. That is actual data. Consolidated data. So based on this actual data, system applies some rules, business rules you can say, and it generates the consolidated data. That also as part of ACTA-Q table. Now,
so Kiran, so when we release the data, does it go from ACDoc A to ACDoc U? Is that what you mean?
correct. When I release the data, ACDoc A, operational chart of accounts data is converted as financial statement items. The mapping should be maintained.
Okay, thank you.
So you have to understand, everyone, like whenever we learn a course, what that particular product does, we should understand in the system. See, everyone knows like legal consolidation because you might have worked in BPC, you might have worked in RTC, you might have worked in BPC embedded. Whatever the product capabilities, all these three, BPC, BPC standard, BPC embedded, RTC or ECCS, all those capabilities are applicable in group reporting. So let's understand how to connect. You should have S/4HANA system in your GUI, right? So log on. Go to Fiori. Understand here, when you go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, all your configurations happens here. SAP S/4HANA for group reporting. Your reclassifications, your intercompany matching and reconciliations, currency translations, all the configurations in SPRO, a particular node called SAP S/4HANA group reporting. And all end user task or business user task, that we may be local accountant, he may be group accountant, is going to execute all his tasks from the Fiori Launchpad. So Fiori Launchpad, there is a URL. Yeah, you can connect from this URL. Always better approach, use Google Chrome. So I added as a favorite. So the end user connects here. He will see his workspace. In his workspace, what activities he has to perform, he will see all those apps. Yeah. Now, there is one group, Fiori group, called consolidation data preparation. He will come here. The business user first tell the system that whether he want to execute IFRS consolidation or US GAAP consolidation. See, your customer might have different legal consolidation requirements based on their accounting standard. They might have different ledgers, one for IFRS, one for US GAAP, one for UK GAAP, one local GAAP. So, which consolidation you want to do? That you have to select as part of global parameters. For example, I want to do the consolidation based on the IFRS. So select U10. You can create different versions. And which period you want to do your consolidation. So month-wise. Yeah. Now you might ask me yearly once if I want to create. So every December you have to create. Quarterly you want to do. Then if it is third period, sixth period, ninth period, 12th period. He has to select consolidation chart of accounts, consolidation ledger. So these terms, these are the key terms we are going to learn after this demo, after this overview. Continue. So my global parameters set. So now system knows what consolidation I'm going to work. I'm going to work on IFRS consolidation. Data monitor. There is a data monitor. Data monitor will be used by local accountants. All the tasks relevant to local accountants are here under data monitor. So go to data monitor. What are the tasks executed by my local accountant? Balance carry forward, release data from Universal Journal, from ACDoc A to ACDoc U, data collection from non-SAP systems, validating the data. Also calculation of net income, validation of reported data, manual journals, that means any adjustment postings, currency translation. You see the structure of my consolidation. These are my consolidation units: Canada, France, Switzerland, US. So I have these many company codes or consolidation units I'm calling, and I have three groups: World Group, Europe Group, America Group.
Kiran, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the relationship between the consolidation chart of account and the version? Does all the versions share the same chart of account?
It depends. You can have same chart of accounts, same group chart of accounts for all your versions, not an issue. We'll discuss detailedly. Next,
Okay.
when we are discussing tomorrow, the key terms, right, we'll discuss that. Now here, these are my consolidation units. For example, among these, some are SAP companies, some are non-SAP companies. For example, this TA10 is my SAP company. That's why, how can I say it's an SAP company? That means the data is coming from ACDoc, because here release Universal Journal is applicable. So when you right click here, update or test, yeah, then it will show the data, whatever data is there. So this is the data which is coming from ACDoc A table, and the ACDoc A table data, these are my operational chart of accounts. This account is my operational chart of accounts. These operational chart of accounts are mapped to my financial statement item, and this is the data it is going to write in the ACDoc U table once the end user executes this release data. Then once he releases data, so SAP companies he released. What about non-SAP companies? So when the data is released, it goes to ACDoc U table. Now for that particular unit, right, any transactions if you want to load, he will load it via this data collection. And I have some other companies, consolidation units, CA10, FR10, SW10, these I can load the data from the flat files. So CSV files, CSV comma delimited, CSV semicolon delimited, whatever the way. So he is going to, the guy is going to execute, the business user is going to click on this and is going to update the data from the different flat files. The flat files looks like this. So these are the Excel files. You can fill this Excel file, whatever companies you want, then save as a CSV file, and it can be loaded. So how system is going to call this file? There is a, when you right click, when the business user right clicks, update then he will see there is an option of financial data, import data. Here he can select the physical file name and the format.
So Kiran, the template that is for the upload, is it given by SAP or how the template we can have?
The template given by SAP, you can remove the fields in that particular template.
So is there a place here in SAP where we can go and download the template, or where we can get these templates?
Yes, there is an SAP node where you can go and download this template. We'll discuss that.
Okay.
I'm going to explain that from where you can download.
Okay, thank you.
Now, so the next task, data collection. So initially whatever data you need against the financial statement item, you collect it for each consolidation unit. Once it is collected, you need to validate the data. Why you need to validate? The business user has to validate. You have taken data from ACDOC. Correct. Now, after mapping, see, because you are mapping, you are kindly mute once your question is completed. Please. Yeah. Thank you. So, once the data comes from ACDOC A to ACDOC U, you need to validate that particular data, because there is a mapping between your operational data to your consolidated data, consolidation data, financial statement items. So some operational chart of record you might not map, right? So for that purpose, you just need to validate the data. So for example, this task, whatever is there, this is validation of SAP company's data. So no errors found. Like this, you should get this particular message. Then validate. Then calculate net income. Calculate net income is basically you have taken data from your. I'm talking about SAP companies. You have taken your expenses, revenue, everything to the ACDOC table. As you know, like in FI, the net income is calculated at the year-end close. But my consolidation, I can have monthly, right? December, January, February, like that. So calculate the net income. So system will calculate the net income, and the net income it will transfer to net income balance sheet account. P&L net income it calculates and it will transfer to balance sheet net income account. Then, so you can any errors it will tell. You can test this one. Any errors it will test it. So see, it's calculated. This is my balance sheet net income. So how can I say it's balance sheet net income? 3 series is my balance sheet. This is my P&L net income. Then for for US also you can calculate the same thing, net income. So now the net income is calculated here, and it will be transferred to your balance sheet. Once the net income is calculated, again, because net income calculated, it's transferred. Now, whether that may be SAP unit, non-SAP unit, your balances should match. What I mean, your asset should be equivalent to your liabilities plus equity. Your net income should be, P&L net income should be equivalent to your balance sheet net income. Your closing balances should be, previous year closing balances or whatever are there, that should match your opening balances. Your assets are there, fixed assets. The value of your asset should be greater than your accumulated depreciation. So there are some basic validations system should perform before consolidating this particular data. So the business user in their company code currency can do the validation of reported data. So you can do the validation of reported data. Definitely, if the trial balances are not matching, right, they will get some errors. Now you can view the log. Right. So it tells. So this is my net income. It is saying some difference is there. So the validations failed. Now the end user has to check why this data is not matching for that particular consolidation unit. The business user has to check. And he has to post. Suppose to solve this one, see, left side you have 17,000, right side there is nothing. Validation is net income balance sheet, net income PL. I have run, but I have run in the test mode. So it is saying that is failed. So he has to run either he has to run the net income or he has to post some, if any other error, he has to post some topside adjustment in the ACDoc table, not in the ACDoc A table. Or if something missed in ACDoc A table, he can post a transaction in FIX. So to post an entry, here you have manual adjustment posting. So right click. Here you can come to that particular screen where you can post debit and credit or positive figure and negative figure for FS items. Then once the adjustments are done, so all these tasks are performed till manual adjustments in the local currency, company code currency. He will do the currency translation. So once the data is set, once the validation is passed, remember once the validation is passed, then you have to run the currency translation. Right click, run the currency translation. So entire data for that every consolidation unit will be translated to group currency. See, this is my local currency, this is my group currency. My local currency is USD, my group currency is Euro. Entire data is converted, USD to Euro. Here you can see, as I said, based on non-historical accounts, historical accounts, based on P&L, retained earnings, net income, I already configured some business rules. Based on that, system is converting into amount. Here you have currency translation difference account. For currency translation, there is a separate transaction type available. So once the currency translation happens, in the group currency, your data should match. Correct. So here when you are validated that reported data, that's in the local currency. Now you have to validate this one in the group currency. So right click here, test. So he can check the data here, right? The log is there here. Like earlier we did it, right? So in there you have to check the log for the validation. So, because there is a difference here, same is applicable after conversion also. Yeah. So once is okay, once it passes this validation, standardized data, the data, I mean, for that particular consolidation unit, data preparation is completed. So data collected and data prepared as per consolidation of consolidation understand. I mean, how the consolidation understands data. So it's converted according to that. Data collection and preparation completed here using data monitor. So data monitor is only for business user local accountant. It's kind of BPF in BPC. All the relevant tasks in BPC, you keep it under one particular BPF. Here, this is the BPF kind of stuff where you have all the tasks which should be run by this particular business user. Now it's completed. Yeah. The next role is consolidator, group accountant. Local accountant task based on the consolidation unit. Group accountant tasks are based on consolidation group. There is a group accountant for Europe, there is a group accountant for America group, there is a group accountant for world group. So here, what tasks to be performed by the group accountant? Ownership percentages, intercompany matching, intercompany eliminations, not matching, intercompany eliminations. So, go to consolidation process here. In the consolidation process, click on consolidation monitor. In the consolidation monitor, you can see the activities performed by this particular consolidator or group accountant. Intercompany eliminations, sales and COGS, dividend eliminations, balance sheet eliminations, income expenses eliminations. So like this, you can, whatever intercompany elimination relevant tasks are there, you might have different eliminations. All those tasks are explained, added in this particular group accountant consolidation monitor. This is called consolidation monitor. Topside adjustments or adjustments for the group can be performed using this particular activity, or manual eliminations. So if any manual eliminations. So adjustments, you can do it here. There is a task. Now, let's run. For example, Europe group. I want to eliminate my sales and COGS. So right click here, test, update.
Hey, Kiran.
Yeah.
Hi, question. How can you control security to, for example, Europe controller want to execute their data and control that, then America controller has to do it independently. Can you separate in two environments of consolidation monitor to do that or no?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, so for example, on the consolidation monitor, Europe is one controller, America is another controller. And let's say within America, there are 3 controllers by region. So
can you break out this environment in multiple environments based on security? So controller Europe doesn't run controller America, for example?
So there are some authorization objects on consolidation group and consolidation units, and you have to restrict those consolidation groups which are applicable for that controllers. On top of that, if you have any hierarchies on consolidation hierarchies, something is there, you have to prepare separate hierarchies or say, the main object is authorization object. Yeah, consolidation group authorization object. There you can restrict. Yeah. So next is...
So it would be like a role, right? Assigned by each region.
Sure. Yeah. PFCG role in that, that consolidation group, they will restrict which consolidation group he can access.
Got it. But it will be the same transaction. There will be, I cannot do like another consolidation.
Correct.
Monitor.
Because I have access, that's why I'm showing these three. If I have access restricted to Europe, I would have seen only Europe here. Right. So here, intercompany eliminations system will execute. Then all these tasks are intercompany eliminations. Before running intercompany eliminations, if you want to run your intercompany matching relevant stuff, you want to reconcile this intercompany. So we have separate thing for intercompany matching. So here there is an app where you can run the intercompany matching and reconciliation. You can check, the consolidator can check whether intercompany matching is completed for different companies or not, consolidation units. So here he can see the intercompany matching happened for these company codes. For US, all the intercompany transactions are matched. France, there is some issue. There are some transactions which are above tolerance. Some companies matching status is grayed out, that means it's not executed. So he can, checking this particular status, he can execute the reconciliation. Again, matching status. He can inform the people that there are some intercompany disturbances, they have to solve those. So then you have investment and equity eliminations. Any group changes you can perform here. So what is your investment pattern? Yeah. So who invested? Switzerland invested in France, France invested in somewhere else. So those matching the share percentage you can maintain here. Any changes also you can maintain here. When you are running the consolidation of investments, yeah, for this particular Europe, for example, investments you are running. When you run consolidation of investments, system automatically, because all are automated postings, system automatically eliminates your investments. System automatically calculates your goodwill. System automatically eliminates your treasury shares. Capital eliminations. So many entries, see, all these entries system automatically generated for Europe. Right. And at last, once the group accountant solves or executes these things, he can directly create some reports. He can create, or the consultant can assist for the reports. And once these are done, one more thing you have to understand, there is you need cash flow, you need changes in equity, you need comprehensive income, So for that, there is something called reporting rules here. So once you develop the reporting rules, when you want to run the cash flow, system automatically on the fly it will calculate and it will show that it will show the cash flow. Cash flow transactions whatever generated, it won't store it in ActDocu. It generates automatically on the fly. There is a app called Group Data Analysis. So here group data analysis, when you go here group data analysis, using this particular app, you can design your reports, or even the consolidator or group accountant or local accountant create their own reports. See here. So group reports are normal, without group, you can get the reports here. Now you can see consolidation unit wise. So posting level is basically like how there is, looking at this posting level, I can say this is the loaded data. This is 30 is basically consolidation of investment, that relevant entry, goodwill calculation entry. And you can see the partner also, remove the partners. So basically posting level basically tells you what is the prior consolidated data, after consolidated data, what is your elimination data. See 20 means two-sided elimination. You can see the data in the global currency amount or group currency amount or local currency amount. Right. So same way here, when you go back, there is another group data analysis reporting rules with reporting rules. As I said, reporting rules, see this reporting item hierarchy, X2 is cash flow, X1 is changes in equity. So SAP delivered those, but you have to create your own. If you have to see this X1 to X5 SAP delivered. So where you can see these reporting rules, there is an app. So here you can see financial statements, different apps are available for different objects in the group reporting. So here you can define the reporting rules. So before defining these reporting rules, you should develop the hierarchies for this particular cash flow and changes in equity and comprehensive income. So here you can develop the hierarchies. So the hierarchy I want based on the financial statement item. You can see the different functionalities. I mean, what financial statement version can be created here on cost center hierarchies, GL account, consolidation GL accounts, financial statement items. Yeah, so all these hierarchies can be created here. So many hierarchies are created, as I said. You can see there are many hierarchies. I want to see X1 hierarchy. Let's go like this. Let's remove this hierarchy ID. X2. So this is my cash flow hierarchy. You can see all the operating activities, investing activities, financing activities. Now, whatever, So proceeds from sale of other assets. For example, if you take this cash flow, SCF 451. How this cash flow item will be updated? Based on some GL account movements, balance sheet account movements. So that you are going to define in the reporting rules. Go to define reporting rules. Here based on the reporting item hierarchy. So for example, if you want to check the X2 or whatever you created. So I created my own, I have my own hierarchy, U10 version. So you have to select the variant. It is the end of the thing. Yeah. So display. It's kind of a table which will get your FS items movements. These are the movements, 915 or whatever, map it to your cash flow item. So based on this table, when you execute the cash flow, system will call this reporting item hierarchy, and it will calculate the cash flow, and it will display whatever cash flow data is there in the display. It will generate some data, right? That is not stored anywhere. It's on the fly calculation, right? So this is all about group reporting. There are two different roles, and we have seen what tasks performed by the local accountant, what tasks performed by the group accountant, and reporting rules. From tomorrow, first we are going to understand any product. You should understand the key terms. We are going to understand the key terms tomorrow. Then how to execute all these tasks. So how to configure this data monitor, how to configure reclassification methods, how to configure activity-based consolidation of investments, how to configure matrix consolidation. So these things will, one by one topic we'll discuss. Yeah, any questions now?
Yes, Kiran, I have a question.
Yeah.
First question, Kiran, suppose group account consolidator, would it be country-wise, region-wise, or company code-wise? Say, for example, I have a company in India and I am RIL, and they are working more than 20 countries. So then how we'll decide? Because in India we have fiscal year variant April to March, and in US it is Jan to December, and this company is working more than 20 countries. So how system will understand this? Currency and fiscal year both are different.
Consolidation unit level, you have fiscal year variant assignment, and consolidation group wise also, you have fiscal year variant assignment. Both the places.
Okay.
And the currency is based on the ledger, consolidation ledger.
Okay. Is there any specific number range that we have to maintain in OBD4? Or we should have a common chart of account, any number? Because what I understand, it means your number, account series should be in some sequence. So is there any dependency that we have to follow this some particular sequence while defining the account group in OBD4?
If you have group accounts already defined, right, then you want to follow the same group accounts, then you can manage those things. If it is a new implementation, group financial statement items to be defined, right? So as per the best practice, you define. So like one series for assets, in one series also, if it starts with 1, 2, it's current asset, 1, 3, it's fixed asset, like that. You can define this thing. If already there, you can't do anything. So that's okay. There is nothing hard coded there.
Hi, Kiran. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we need a group chart of account implemented on top of other operational chart of account in order to implement the consolidation functionality?
Not required. So group account is basically for some other purpose, like RTC consolidation or some other consolidation or some other reports. But the group account here called as financial statement item. So the group account only applicable only for your own operational chart of accounts, which are there in SAP. What about non-SAP companies?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. If there's any document for best practices or guidelines, because it's a new product, but many clients said we want to follow best practices for SAP for implementation. Do you know anything like that?
Yeah. See, as you know, here already SAP delivered. For example, when I go to master data, when I go to financial statement items, SAP already delivered, these versions. All these, once when you start your project, first you have to install the best practices. With the best practices, this Y10 version will come. Y10 version will come. All these versions, whatever is starting with Y, those are SAP delivered versions. Also SAP delivered financial statement items, as you know. So here. So they delivered some financial statement, all the items, all those things. So you can execute based on the best practices, right? And you can give a demo based on that. They can say, yeah, this is there. This we can go with this, or if they want any changes. So in the, as you know, in this course we are going to discuss how to add, if any, changes to this content.
Kiran, I have one more question.
Yeah.
As we go along, we would like to have hands-on, hands-on on whatever you are giving to us. So
Correct.
for that, do we have any, user story or any POC kind of entire thing, so that we can, as we can practice
Whatever
along
I
with
showed here, whatever
Yeah.
I shown today, right?
Mhm.
It's a POC, correct? Proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is developed.
Mm-hmm.
What data monitor is doing, what a local account is going to do, what group accountant is going to do, this is the proof of concept. So you have to prepare some data, and based on that you have to execute and show it. So POC is already developed and available in my system in this particular server. So you can use the same thing.
But let's say I have my own system, okay? And I want to, build it from the scratch. Let's say I want to define console units and, my own items and, use standard, let's say Y1. But I want to have my own entities and do the consolidation based on my requirement, my own.
This course objective is that actually
Okay.
once, right, you can create your own chart of accounts, own consolidation unit, own consolidation groups, own investment elimination rules or capital elimination rules, and you can execute.
Okay, so what kind of documentary support we have? Do we have any study material or these materials available?
I will give you the study material plus exercises, how to follow the steps.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from other participants?
Kiran, are we going to get any user manual on this? Because we are not going to get the videos, so how it could help us?
How videos are helping you?
No,
you
no,
can
so
repeat
my
that
question
question,
that
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
my question is that are we going to get any
Forget about. See, one thing I understood whatever you asked me. User manual. That is what. So now, user manual in your opinion, what you said now, whatever data monitor task I executed, whatever group account, consolidation monitor task I executed, that's what user manual, right?
Correct.
Right. It's already there in the system, because when you open the data monitor, this is what you have to do. Configuration
I agree
steps,
on your point.
I'm going to, configuration steps, all the configuration steps I'm going to give. So user manual I'm not going to give, you can prepare yourself. There is a guided way, right?
Take an example. Somehow I forgot the step on the watching the videos. Then how we will do again?
No, if we don't talk about videos itself, right? That is my policy. If you are okay, then only continue.
So you mean we will not get the recorded sessions that you are going to give us live sessions, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we cannot refer back to whatever we are learning.
Yeah, you can attend n number of times.
Okay.
Yeah, you can record yourself. That's what I do. I record my own all the sessions myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. Any other questions?
Hello, Kiran. I have one more question. Currently, there are many customers, they are not on S/4HANA, and the feature just now which you have shown, so how they are managing these things, the feature which you have shown. Now,
They have to maintain with some other product, BPC or something else. It needs S/4HANA 1909 group reporting.
okay, so now the same feature they might be managing through BPC.
Correct.
Okay. So when the parallel ledger concept came, so I am new in this group reporting.
When?
Parallel ledger to achieve this same feature.
No, I did not get your voice is breaking.
Hello, Kiran.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the difference between 1809 and 1909? Are you going to show 1809 system as well, or only 1909 you are going to?
Directly we are talking about 1909, and the difference is intercompany matching, matrix eliminations, activity-based purchasing. Earlier in 1809, only you have rule-based purchase method. Now activity-based purchase and equity methods also available. Matrix eliminations, management consolidation, intercompany matching.
Okay.
So, Kiran, just one question from my side, because you were saying in this group reporting, we can load the data from non-SAP system directly from ACDO CU table, correct? But we do the same thing.
Correct.
But we do the same thing that we. Sorry, I'm getting echo. But what I was saying, as you said that we can load the data from a non-SAP system to ACDO CU table, not ACDO CA table. So because it goes with the central finance. So what I'm trying to understand here, because this group reporting is a part of central finance, or even you talk about the intercompany matching and reconciliations. So what normally people do, people load the data from non-SAP system to SAP system in central finance, and then after that comes and sits into ACDO CA table. So you are saying that when we are going to load in ACDO CU, that is a different table. So it looks a bit, I'm not sure about how does it work. It will, it means that
basically two things. Two things. S/4HANA on-premise as for your operational finance or whatever, or S/4HANA you are using as a central finance.
Correct.
Right? So when you are using S/4HANA central finance as a central finance, whatever you said, the same. Right? SAP and non-SAP data, you can move it to ACDOCA. From the ACDOCA, you can release to ACDOCU. Then there is no, if any SAP unit not there in the ACDOCA, that you can load it. If you are not using S/4HANA as a central finance system, you are using for normal, as for a particular company, some of your company codes, then also you follow the same. So whether that is central finance or normal S/4HANA system, I don't see the process is same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it can go without central finance, even without central finance, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Because the initially SAP started selling this one as a part of the central finance, but now you clear the concept that it can go without central finance. Super.
Every topic, if you see, if that may be BPC optimized, if that may be RTC, if that may be any other consolidation product in S/4HANA, in central finance or without central finance, it will work. Yeah.
Yes. Do we have a guideline from SAP that let's say BPC consolidation no longer would need it? Everybody has to continue using this practice group reporting, or they still consider two separate products based on the wish of the customer?
So now you have S/4HANA 1909. So what about the customer who does not have, I mean, who don't have this S4HANA system itself, right? So there are some points we need to consider when we are taking the decision whether the customer, if the customer is having S4HANA, right? Then he has two options. One is group reporting, he can go ahead, or BPC, he can go ahead. So now next point, it comes about license. Group reporting is free, and BPC they have to pay the license. So there are some questions, 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. Based on that, they can take the decision. If I have normal ECC on HANA and I have BW system, then I have to go with BPC. Or I have BW for HANA, then I can go with BPC. Depends on the licenses and whether you want to pay the license fee or not. So basically the thing is, group reporting is free. With your S4 license, the license is included. That's why SAP is promoting and people are ready to implement.
So Kiran, if we go with the licensed version of this group reporting, because you said it's completely free if we go with the S4 HANA purchasing. So is there any added feature if we pay something extra for the group reporting, or no? It's the inbuilt in S4 HANA. There's no extra feature. Okay. So definitely companies will go for
yeah.
hot cake in the market.
Yeah, but a lot of people use AO reporting, and AO will need separate licenses. So that's the next part. You know.
See, if you use group data analysis app, right? So AO is not mandatory. AO is a reporting tool, right? So the reports, you can get it in the embedded analytics itself. Yeah. So we'll continue in the next session. Any other questions?
Is it a weekdays class or it will be weekend class? Because this is the kind of demo I consider this one. But you said that there will be 30-hour session for this one, isn't it? So will you continue the same? Yeah. Go on.
Tomorrow same time we have day 2 session. Yeah. And weekdays only. I mean India Monday to Friday. For US also Monday to Friday. Yeah. Weekly 5 days. 5 hours. Every week 5 hours we'll complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kiran.
Thank you. I'm ending the meeting tomorrow, same time, same meeting.
Thank you,
You will get a reminder. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.